happy Sunday.
Good morning. Good morning, Freya. It's always nice being in your company. I must say that maybe I have to floor you as my PR because you touch the right words about what that song is talking about, and I'm really very much impressed with what you're saying about that.
Oh, I love that. If the spot is still open, I'm available to apply to be your personal PR.
You don't need any application.
Oh my God. I mean, that's it. That's just it. Anyways, let's come back to you, Tosam. I mean, 2 weeks ago we had you here on the airways of Abakwa FM radio, and you gave us a short introduction about yourself, and let's just retake that.
Okay. JM to some or fully my full name is Jerome to Sam B, and alias JM to Sam. I am a university professor of philosophy and a reggae musician.
All right, that's very interesting. And you hail from Com.
I hail from Com.
Yeah, I'll not forget that one. I
Yeah.
remember you made
Yeah.
mention
Yeah.
of that. You're a Com boy, eh?
Yeah.
It seems like most Com guys love music, because I know of the famous Cameroonian Afro artist that we have here, Magasco. He's
Yeah.
also from Com, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, yes.
So it seems like most Com people, they love music, eh?
I would say that I made a comment somewhere that we are going through the golden age of com music. The number of artists that we have and the quality of artists that we have from com at this moment, we've never seen that before.
Interesting.
Yes.
And I believe that these artists are coming to make Bamenda great, because there's this stereotype
Absolutely.
that there is no talent in Bamenda. But yeah, we have the Com people that are breaking those stereotypes.
We have, well, aside from com, we have lots and lots of talented artists here from Bamenda. And why it may appear as if we don't have artists from Bamenda is because most of these artists are struggling.
Okay.
Okay. For me, based on my background, it can be easy for me to get into the studio right now as we're speaking and I record a song. And I pay for what is required. But it's not every artist who has some side hustle or has some main hustle and then is using music as a side hustle. So so many talents that are there, they don't have the support, they don't have the means.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much, Tosam. That's also another point of focus on our program today. But we are going to have you talk about you first. Let's talk about Tosam, the artist. Let's talk about his album, and then we are going to walk into some of the issues that are surrounding artists in Cameroon or are preventing them from growing above the normal. All right. We were looking at your song African Unity, which is the first song on your album, One World, and I just want you to tell the audience of Abakwa FM radio out there what this song is all about, what this song is telling us, what you want people to take home when they listen to the song, the soundtrack African Unity.
Okay. I'll just start with some kind of an example. You see, if you have a stick of broom, you can easily break it.
Okay.
But if it's in that bundle,
Yes.
you can't break it.
Cannot break it. All right.
Okay, that says something about unity. Be it in the family, be it in the community, be it in the state, or in a kind of regional or continental level. But that particular song is focused. You can apply it at our individual levels, but that particular song is greatly inspired by the situation we have across the African continent today. You see that it is more than it's about 150 years or so since a group of white males, I'll say males, sat in Berlin, the infamous, I will not call it famous, the infamous Berlin West African Conference. They sat, there was no black man there, there was no African there. They sat and then they took the map of Africa and then they carved it out like a piece of cake. Okay, these are ideas for in another song, which
All
is
right,
not
no
released.
problem,
Yes.
no problem.
so
Let's hear
so they
it.
carve it out, and then they say, okay, you, King Leopold, you are going to take this. You, Bismarck, you are going to take this. That conference was called by Bismarck,
Yeah.
if my history knowledge is
Yeah, that's
exact.
right.
And then you, in England, you are to take this. And then they came into Africa. They met some resistance, but they had superior equipment, and they crushed the resistance. So for about 1.5 century, we have been under the domination of the West. And they have understood us so well. So they divide in order to conquer easily. And every day they tell us we are poor. But in fact, we are not poor. They are the ones who are poor. What we lack is the knowledge, the awareness that we are a strong force, and we can actually bring that force together to combat all those forces that are meant to keep us under or keep us in bondage. So African unity is a key to African liberation. Tactfully, overtly, they tell us about international law and things like that. When an African leader wants to emerge, they destroy him. They did that for is it Lumumba? Yeah, Lumumba, which I mentioned in the song. They did that for Thomas Sankara. They did that for Muammar Gaddafi. These are names I mentioned in the song. They did that for Kwame Nkrumah. I would say Bob Marley with a lot of hesitation, because there are some allegations that he was killed. Okay. I don't have sufficient evidence, but you see that every independent, nationalistic, and African, a true African leader, each time they want to emerge, they are killed and replaced with what? With puppets. All right? Those who are going to say yes to European exploitation. And they love those kind of leaders. So in actual fact, we are not poor. We are simply unable to come together. And that song is a call for us to come together, because when we come together, we are like that bundle of broom that cannot be broken.
All right, that's a very interesting one there. Very interesting, very educative one there. And to all the listeners who are paying attention, I just want to let you know that JM Tosam is a prof, he's a lecturer, and he's a lecturer in philosophy. So you see where the knowledge is coming from. He's a man who is endowed with a lot of knowledge, and he's telling us here this morning that his song African Unity, it stems from the times when we have where we had